MET 107 FM for life and music. #1 international hit music station.
This is MET 107 FM.
MET 107 FM for life and music. #1 international hit music station.
This is MET 107 FM.
MET 107 FM for life and music. #1 international hit music station.
This is MET 107 FM.
MET 107 FM for life and music. #1 international hit music station.
This is MET 107 FM.
ตามสัญญาแล้วนะครับผมหลังจากที่ผมบอกไปว่าวันนี้เราจะมีศิลปินหน้าใหม่นะฮะแต่ต้องบอกว่าจริงๆเขาไม่ใหม่แล้วนะเพราะว่าเขาก็ปล่อยมาหลายเพลงแล้วด้วยนะครับผมซึ่งจะมาร่วมพูดคุยกับเรากับซิงเกิลใหม่ของพวกเขาด้วยนะครับซึ่งตอนนี้พวกเขาอยู่กับเราแล้วนะครับผมขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับ Ambivalent Bodies Yay ก่อนอื่นนะครับ please introduce yourself to our listeners
Hello, my name is Gavin. And I'm Peter. Yeah.
And you guys are
Ambivalent Bodies.
Ambivalent Bodies. Listeners, mister, I have to say that Ambivalent Bodies, this is like a very strange word for the name of the band. So, what it is coming from?
So first, I think, Peter's girlfriend came up with the word ambivalent bodies. At first, we were trying to figure out a name for the band. So, the word ambivalent seemed really pretty, and I think, I don't necessarily knew what the meaning was when I came up with it.
It's kind of like cool.
yeah, but ambivalent was a kind of sounded really angelic, kind of, and I liked the sound of it, and I wanted it to be in a band kind of name. So Ambivalent Bodies sort of made it more solid, like the bodies made it more like we are. Bodies, like
Yeah, is that like the mixed feeling or something?
So it does mean like mixed feelings. Feeling ambivalent, meaning like I'm feeling kind of
good and bad
either or. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the songs that we the topic that we write about, it's sort of the emotions are changing, and sometimes we don't even know how to pinpoint it, and the best way to express it is through music.
Okay.
And that's why I loved it. It resonated with me, and how we approach things as well. And so it ended up being Ambivalent Bodies. We were quite nervous about naming the band that name because I mean it's a long, complicated name. But in our experience, nobody really had a problem or issue with it. So we were just like, we'll just stick with it.
I think it's for me, like the first thought was like, oh, it's a strange name, but it's really actually like catchy. Like you remembered it right away. And actually, like Gavin and Peter, you guys are actually Thai as well, right?
Yes.
So พูดภาษาไทยได้ด้วยใช่ไหมครับจริงๆแล้วเมสเตอร์เขาเป็นคนไทยด้วยนะถ้าใครมาดูใน YouTube ตอนนี้นะครับผม but you guys went to international school.
Yeah, international.
So you all love English songs, music and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's strange because we grew up with like Backstreet Boys.
What?
Quincy Jones. Like, I mean, it's not necessarily like, boy bands.
What songs from Backstreet Boys? Come on.
I mean, everything. Like,
that's insane. Oh, my bad.
No, but it's just like Michael Jackson.
All right, like all the pop songs.
Quincy Jones, Stevie Wonder, and what's that? Anyways, there was a lot of artists that we grew up with, but it wasn't Thai, and a lot of it is because of our dad, because our dad listened to a lot of U.S. music,
international music.
Yeah. So yeah, we that was kind of just playing Enya. We listened to Enya.
Wow.
most of my
เอ็นยานี่เก่ามากไทยยุค 90 เลยนะครับโปรดิวเซอร์ของเราแอบยิ้มเล็กน้อยนี่เจแบงก็เกือบจะไม่ทันแต่ว่าถ้าพูดว่าไม่ทันเลยก็อาจจะไม่ใช่เพราะอายุเราทันอยู่
oh my god
yeah that was good yeah she was like one of the best
I mean I still listen to Enya till this day so but yeah so we listened to a lot of like international music when we grew up so it was very different. It wasn't like we didn't really listen to many Thai artists.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's what that leads to my second question, which I think you probably answered it already, which is who inspired you to become a musician or singers? But probably your dad or
actually our family doesn't have any musical background. My granddad does play the violin from time to time, and yeah, he loves the violin. But the majority of the inspiration comes from just like early childhood, like listening to tapes, using the Walkman.
Walkman สาวๆอะไรอย่างเงี้ย Mister รู้ว่าอีกแล้ว
Yeah.
Okay, keep on going.
I'm like 28.
Yeah.
So most of the time I got tapes from my cousin, and he had a lot of Linkin Park, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Actually, yeah, like it came from listening to a lot of music and I resonate with it and I want to have that feeling again and again. So that's sort of the inspiration why I listen to music and make music, because I want to have that joyous feeling again.
I watched School of Rock.
Okay.
I really like the drummer. I was like, oh, I want to be that guy.
I love how cliche all the story is.
No, but I think it's also our parents really nurtured that. Like once they discovered, it's from a very young age. We listened to Enya or something, or like we playing like some music, and we were like just dancing, and they kind of noticed that and they nurtured that. They like kept it like very special, like prioritize that. Like in school, they didn't care about any of our grades but music. So kind of that mindset of like, okay, then that's what we have to do, and it's very natural. So I mean, it was inevitable for us to like make music or approach music in that way.
So in the beginning, was it hard? Because like a lot of like, for example, Thai parents, they always want their kids to like have like the permanent job, like being a doctor, a lawyer, for example. But you guys want to pursue your career in music. Was it hard in the beginning?
In the beginning, no, it was. We don't really have traditional parents. I guess you could say. They were they went through the whole process of like they got my mom explained to me like she got straight A's and my dad got straight A's and they quickly realized that doesn't really mean anything, like unless like of course you want to be a lawyer or a doctor, but they're like, or a pilot, because my dad's a pilot. But they kind of notice like, oh, you don't really want to be that, and they allow us to be our own person since the beginning. This isn't like an argument thing. I'm like, I remember I was in the cockpit like when my dad was driving the plane.
When it was legal.
In Thailand. When I was super young. I was like 10, and I was like, I want to be a pilot. And he turned to me and I'm like, no, you don't. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be a pilot, because he knew like ever since like I was younger, I like music. So it was more about they taught us to be like, keep doing it, or else we'll kill you. No, keep doing it and just have fun and commit. don't like have one leg out, one leg in. Like commit. If you want to do this, do it.
So they are like really supportive.
They're very, very supportive, and we're even learning now from them like what we can do, how we can adapt.
Yeah,
so
that was really true, you know, because like if you have passion about something, you should pursue on that, you know, instead of like wasting your time on other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And now you become the band, and for some of the listeners who still don't know, they're actually a twin
Yeah, we're twins.
นี่คือเป็นฝาแฝดกันด้วยนะครับผมคุณกวิน Kevin and Peter so basically Kevin you are the singer and Peter you are like doing
the producers
of the song so do you know the roles in the beginning that you're gonna sing and you're gonna produce or
so first when we started this,
have you guys any fight?
Yes, but that's also the meaning of the band as well. Like we feel ambivalence towards each other when we create. Like
when you say left and he said right, then you know.
Yeah, it's so in the beginning I made the music and Peter was in Scotland doing his master's degree and I started on music and I think Peter noticed that okay, Gavin's doing this full time because I was doing a music video too, but like everything myself with my friends as well. And Peter was like, "Oh, น่าสนใจ like อยากทำด้วย." so he came,
jumped in.
Yeah, he jumped in, and we kind of, and I quickly realized like our roles. I'm more of a narrator, like narrator, and lyricist, and I like building worlds. But right now, I'm not the best at seeing things like as a producer, like as a music producer, and Peter kind of slid into that role very naturally, and I think apparently I'm more of like a front man, like I'm good at that, so I kind of like we stuck to that, but it was a very natural process. So Peter would make the melody and I would come in and I'll kick him out, and then I'll write the lyrics.
So you're doing it together?
It's so strange. Because I think it becomes like a point where Peter would make something, and he would doubt, like, or this role could be reversed. I would make something and I would doubt it's good or it's cheesy.
So you need someone to at least like, you know, different opinion.
And I think we trust our taste enough to be like, okay, I trust you. I'll just go outside and like take a break, and then we'll approach it, and then it kind of went like that, and it's a very natural flow of things, and then there will be a point where we come together and we argue a lot, but we were like, okay, we agree on that. It's like, okay, great, okay, and it just comes into a flow, and it's very natural. So so
you guys are like fulfilling each other, right?
Yeah,
that's good. That's
each
good.
Other's roles. I mean, I do a lot of the marketing and the promoting stuff, and Peter does a lot of the production side of it, and so.
Okay, and that's why it becomes the Ambivalent Bodies until now. So now you release a few songs. You told me before this interview that you have released about like 8 or 9.
So the first project, Picking Apple Seasons, an EP, 6 songs.
Okay.
And now we're about to. I mean, we released 2 songs already. We're gonna release. Like 4 more, 4 more kind of, but another EP.
But the latest one is SunDried.
The latest single is called SunDried, available on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere.
And on Met 107
Met 107 too, yes.
So can you talk a little bit about SunDried? So why you name it, and what's the reason behind it?
So the process of actually my writing process in general is that I would make music pretty much every day. It's not something that to say like to flex or anything. It's just like just therapy sort of thing. But most of the time I don't like my music. SunDried I was just writing in my bedroom, and it just came out really naturally. I thought, in my opinion, when I made it, it sounded like a summer song, and because of that, I thought it would be pretty funny if I called it SunDried, because it's like an obnoxious summer song. So I just named it SunDried.
Like the name of your band. Bodies.
Exactly.
Okay.
Normally Gavin would name the song, but before it even went to Gavin, I just named it SunDried because I thought it was a summer song. And then I was like, it's a summer song.
It's too obvious, right?
It's a really obvious summer song, and there's nothing really wrong with it. But it's just I thought it was really catchy, and I just named it SunDried, and it stuck. So that's it.
So what are the stories behind the songs? what this song is all about?
Okay, so SunDried is about when you write the music. Right now we're at that point where we're very conscious about, okay, does this sound too much about like this band or this band or this sound or this sound? And I think a lot of artists go through that.
Yeah.
And SunDried is just embracing that process of who cares, and keep going and keep doing it. And of course there's some double entendres with relationships and all that, but overall it's that kind of like feel of the song. It's just not caring about, okay, does it sound like someone else? Just be yourself and do you, and that's it.
And that's gonna reflect a lot of like people personality nowadays as well. You know. So we're gonna talk about this and we're gonna listen to these songs after this interview. So let's move on to the almost the last question. So in the future, you know, since now you are like I want to say like a new artist, kind of.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So do you want to like collapse with any artists, or do you have any dreams to like work with anyone?
Yeah, I mean with Thai artists, like
I'm open to
anything.
Well, I'm open to collab with anyone that likes music. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter to me.
Okay, alright.
I don't really
ใครก็ได้เลย
Yeah,
Pum, I like to collaborate with Pum.
Purit?
Yeah.
Pum, Purit. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter if they're famous or not famous. I really don't care.
Yeah.
It just comes down to vibing with each other, and if we work together, fine. Let's just
Okay.
make something. It's okay.
So last question, what's next for you guys? What's the dreams, or you know, do you have any goals that you want to achieve in life?
I think just keep making music, and I also wanna I want to make more musical friends, like friends with people that like make music, be friends, you know. And also, of course, we want to play festivals and more venues and work with more creative people and just expand our network more.
Yeah.
What the outcome is, we can't control, but we can control like who we meet and how we are, you know. So
because like, to be honest, working in this industry is not just about your talent, but it's about the connections, and how you know people as well. So have you guys been, you know, performing in any festivals or any gigs?
We've been
in
performing
Thailand?
at Speaker Box a lot in Tong Tong Ho.
We've been mostly performing in underground sort of venues,
okay.
and like answering your question, I'm my dream is to play in a festival lineup. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I don't care like the audience, if there's no one there, I just want to play in the festival.
I think you guys capable, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, because like you have a good music, you have a very good story to tell, and of course you are both very charming as well. So you know, just need like some exposure, just a little bit, and you're gonna be fine. So last one, since we're gonna turn on the SunDried right now, so you want to kick in as a DJ and send all the listeners to SunDried?
Sure.
ส่งเพลงให้หน่อยครับ ก่อนทิ้งกันไปวันนี้
So you're about to listen to our newest single, SunDried, available all in streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, Met 107, and I hope you enjoy this song.
Yep. And you can listen to the song in the car and anywhere, like you just feel real good, and it's a song to enjoy.
โอเคครับ ไปฟังกันเลย SunDried จาก Ambivalent Bodies วันนี้ขอบคุณมากนะครับ
ขอบคุณมากครับ